Okay, so everybody knows Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah, the actor.
The actor, right? But this deep dive is going to be about Mark Wahlberg, the family man.
Oh, okay.
So this past Thanksgiving, he decided, or he and his family decided to go to Nobu for their Thanksgiving dinner.
Interesting.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, you don't really
Yeah, it's
think of Nobu as a Thanksgiving destination.
no, not really, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think of like home-cooked meals and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, but
Lots of turkey.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, they went to Nobu, the whole family, his wife, Rhea Durham, and their 4 kids. They all went, and apparently they had like these personalized chopsticks with their names on them.
Wow, that's very fancy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Like a
Yeah.
little personalized touch.
Yeah, definitely not your typical Thanksgiving.
No.
Not at all.
So we've got some articles and social media posts about this whole thing. What do you think about this choice of going to Nobu for Thanksgiving?
Well, I think it's definitely different. I'm not sure what I think about it, to be honest. It's it's kind of interesting because like we were saying, Thanksgiving is usually this like very traditional thing, right?
Right, yeah.
Like very homey and you have like the same foods every year and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe for them it's more about just like being together as a family.
Yeah, and Rhea actually posted some photos on Instagram, and her caption said, "So grateful my whole family is home for the holiday."
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really nice. It's nice to see that even though there's, this like Hollywood family, they still value that family time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just goes to show that family is important no matter who you are.
Right, exactly. Like at the end of the day, they're just a regular family trying to enjoy the holidays together,
Exactly.
even if it's at a really fancy restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of family time, do you remember that story from last year when Mark Wahlberg crashed his daughter Ella's college party?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was pretty
It's
wild.
in Vegas, right?
It was in Vegas, yeah. And she was at a fraternity house, I believe.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine?
That's a pretty big party to crash.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think was going through his mind? Like, do you think he was trying to be the cool dad?
I don't know, maybe.
Or maybe he was just, like, really worried about her?
Yeah, or maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, probably a little bit of both.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And, that whole Vegas connection kind of brings us to this next point, which is that in 2022, Mark actually moved his whole family to Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they left Hollywood.
Huh. So, like, what made him decide to do that?
Well, from what I've read, he wants to give his kids a more normal life outside of, like, the whole Hollywood scene.
Oh, that makes sense.
And, he's also really into business now. Like, he's got a bunch of different ventures going on.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, he's like a total entrepreneur now.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, it is. But speaking of his businesses, he had a little bit of a setback recently with his new restaurant in Las Vegas.
Oh, no! What happened?
It was a fire.
A fire. Oh, my gosh. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it was just, it happened the night before the grand opening, actually.
Oh, no. That's awful.
Talk about bad timing, right?
Seriously?
But they managed to reopen the same day.
Really?
Yeah.
They must have worked so hard.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten a pretty good look at Mark Wahlberg, the family man.
Yeah, we have.
Not just the actor that we see on screen.
Yeah, it's like a whole different side of him.
Totally, yeah. So, what stands out to you the most about this whole deep dive?
Honestly, I think the thing that stands out to me the most is just how much he seems to value his family.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's this big Hollywood star, but he's willing to move his whole family to Vegas just so they can have a more normal life. And he's always there for his kids, like when he crashed that party.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a good reminder that even celebrities are just regular people at the end of the day.
Right, exactly.
They have the same values and priorities as the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I guess one final thought for our listeners is that Mark Wahlberg made a pretty big life change when he moved to Vegas.
Yeah, he did.
So, if you could make one big change in your life, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, something to think about.
Definitely.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was great having you. Thanks to everyone for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.